Are we on? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Microphone check. Lights, cameras. We're going live. Hit me. This is swanky. This is lifestyle. This is culture. Welcome to the social center of everything culture. Culture Daily.
Of trained UK standards, lecturers and teachers at their ultra modern campus. If you want more information, just go to lancaster.edu.gh. That's edu.gh, and you can also contact them via mail at admissions at lancaster at lancaster.edu.gh. That's admissions at lancaster.edu.gh, or call 020 960 7008 60 70 08. I beg your pardon. Lancaster University, Ghana, the only British university campus in West Africa. Infinix has got great news for you with the Note 40 and the Note 40 Pro. I'll give you some quick three features that you would love. Number one, wireless fast charging system, camera screen. There's a 108 megapixel rear camera plus a curved AMOLED screen for the best visual display. Number three, sound boost by JBL. Enjoy crystal clear sound whilst listening to music, watching your music videos, your movies, all on there with your Note 40 or Note 40 Pro. Now, let me even give you bigger news. So you can actually buy that by paying in installments, either a 30% down payment and the rest you can spread it over a period, or you can also pay 19 Ghana cedis every day. Just visit any accredited store next to you, or you go online to gh.xpark.com, and also guess what, you also enjoy 30 gigabytes of free data from Telecel for 6 months. Ain't that cool? I'll tell you about BetWinner, and again also about Lancaster in case you didn't hear me I'll let you in on that. But before we jump into the convo, good morning to team, welcome everyone. So everybody in here has got a certain level of popularity. A certain level of popularity. But there's one thing that you can find, or quite common amongst all the people probably seated in here. Have you ever asked Olele who his girlfriend is before? Those who are very, who follow him on X all the time. Have you asked that question before? Somebody ask. Olele, will you tell? If somebody were to ask you, would you tell
that I have a girlfriend?
Who you are dating and put the picture out and let the person be?
Oh, no, I'm not.
You wouldn't?
Yeah.
Great. AC, would you? Do you know who AC is dating? Most of you see is Silfa on Just Vibes, Bubbly. If you check her snaps at AC Paps, right? AC Paps, it's double S there. AC Paps, with a bit of a heart sign somewhere in there. Check if she's ever posted anybody she's dating. I'll skip the next candidate because
wow, candidate.
Yes, the next candidate is Serial. I'll skip Serial. Oh, you thought I was going to skip Lenny? She's the story. She is the story.
I'm not the story.
She's the story now. For those of you who follow Lenny as well, do you even anytime countless moments when questions are asked, to Lenny about her relationships, and she just doesn't say anything.
You see, the topic we are doing today is in line with the post I want to do today, so it's fine.
It's fine.
Yeah, very much in line.
So you see, there's something about all the persons in here and the fact that they do not talk mostly about their partners or their girlfriends or their wives or their husbands. But one thing that we all talk about heavily is BetWinner. Now, if you are thinking of betting, that we publicize it easily. If you're thinking of betting on your favorite team, but the odds aren't enough or encouraging, or if you feel the money you're getting isn't worth what you're putting in there, jump on to BetWinner. No problem. They solve the problem for you. Easy does it. They've got loads of sports games to choose from, and all you have to do is jump on the website. It's betwinner.com.gh, or download the app and register. Instantly, guess what? If you're a first timer, you will receive 200% bonus from BetWinner if you deposit up to 3,250 Ghana cedis. Easy does it. Charlie, they've got the highest odds, and enjoy an increase in your bonus with the promo code 3music, and stand a chance to get another win from BetWinner. Terms and conditions apply. BetWinner is regulated by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. Bet responsibly. Betting can be addictive, not for persons under the age of 18 years. However, one thing that if you are under the age of 18, you can still attend is Lancaster, and I'll tell you more about that later on. But let's get into the studio. Now, there was an interesting story this morning on our Morning Bite Isel for Reddit. If in case you missed out in the first part of the show, it was about Davido and Chioma finally getting wed, right?
Yeah.
Break it down for me. They got wed.
Oh no, not yet.
Or
They're set to. So you see, it's Davido. He likes to do things grand, and so earlier they had a pre-wedding party. I think that was on Friday night. They went out to eat and have fun, and then they had a photo shoot as well, in different outfits, and there has a lot of people talking, and people doing the reference to the assurance. I don't know, it's about 4 or 6 years ago. I'm not really sure, and how it's finally coming to fruition. All those who prayed for Chioma and Davido to get married are coming out. There are a lot of stories, coming out. And Davido also threw a surprise bridal shower. Yes, bridal shower for Chioma as well. She didn't know about it, according to the videos on social media. She didn't know about it. It was the event center. Everyone was dressed in pink, and it was sponsored by, I've forgotten the name of the champagne brand. It's Champagne Laurent Pierre or something. They sponsored they're the big sponsor for the bridal shower for Chioma. I think they'll be getting wed soon, and I'd have to check the dates. But that's what's really going on.
Well, relationships in itself can be
oh, and I also forgot about all his baby mamas and all of that, all of the people that he should have been with. It's also coming out. Early this morning, Cyril was saying we should add
Sophie to it. Okay, so I'm going to put a question to all of you. Let me start off with Olele, from the pop culture journalist space, where people can be verbally abusive because you don't deal with pictures. You don't post pictures. And I'm just highlighting everybody's individual strengths. In the room. So you don't post pictures of yourself. All dressed. No, you are more explanatory with with words. Why wouldn't you put your relationship status and partner out? That's what I want to start from before I come down.
In March, I had.
I nearly thought you were going to quote a Bible verse.
In March, I was given the opportunity to join.
I can't wait to hear what you're going to say.
A training masterclass, somewhat for digital journalists, right?
Okay. Was it the one at the American Embassy?
Yes.
Okay.
And we're dealing with misinformation and disinformation. But along the line, they taught us something around cyberbullying. And one of the things they told us was, you just may be interacting with a dog. Because behind every device, there's a possibility that you are or may be interacting with a dog. What do I mean? Sometimes we like to think that, the internet is filled with human beings, but it's not.
And you've taken the violent part this morning.
He's meeting them at the junction. He's meeting them at the junction with the violence.
What he has to say.
And so when you have
in a peaceful voice,
when you have this understanding, you move differently. You know that it's not everything that you want to put out there for dogs to feed on. Sarkodie once said that when you sign up to these social media platforms, right? They do not ask you whether you are correct in the head or not, although they ask you if you're a robot, which of course you can pass when you fill the form, right? But they don't ask you if you're correct in the head or not. Right? And mental health statistics also suggest that everybody has got a tinge of madness in them. Now, when you are behind the devices, you can't tell because you are definitely not doing any form of psychological test to identify who you're interacting with, whether they are sick in the head or they are having a bad day. Now, all of these things I've said, positions your content, your product you put out there at the mercy of some of these people. I'm not saying that everybody on the internet is local, but I'm saying that these people have the loudest mouths on the internet. So I wouldn't risk, especially with the work I do and the kind of first-hand experiences I have seen or I have been involved in on the internet. That's just for me. I can't imagine putting my family member, my loved one, you know, a friend at that front line, I don't know what I'll do to myself. Because even with me, the kind of things I have seen in my mentions, like the bile on the internet is crazy.
Yeah.
You get me? Like, people are very, what's the word?
Unhinged.
I don't know how to explain. Like, you know, and these are just mere words, but when you read them, it has a character, and they like, it has this, you know,
words can be powerful.
Yeah, like
it has a personality.
Yeah, it has a personality, it has a character, it has this demon. Like, it's very diabolic. You know, so if you are not coming from a place of, you know, a well trained, you know, place or a disciplined place, you may even lose character. The last time I think Lenny was talking about how, you know, she would go back and forth with, you know, some people, because you read some of these things, you're like, yo, like, and these people have incredible profile pictures, and you wonder, yo, like,
I have lots of questions to ask you actually. Okay.
Do you get what I'm saying? Sometimes you wonder, like, where is it coming from? Is it coming from a place of, you know, perhaps lack of parenting? Is it coming from a place of sometimes a lack of, you know, fatherly love? Is it coming from a place of motherly love? Is it coming from a place of a broken home? Is it coming from a place of a heartbreak? Somebody too, you know, may be in debt and they are too hot and they feel like the only way to let out steam is to let out steam on your content, right? So when you have all these things in mind, you're like, you know what? I am not going to put my loved ones in front of line. Lastly, to add, when Moses Blaze and his wife got married, and they pulled out, bro, I was like, this is the more reason why I'm not even going to put my partner out there. Because it moved from, oh, you're doing too much. Oh, we get it. You guys are getting married. It's okay. Can you just keep the rest in your house? To, oh, why is she using her natural hair? I'm like, yo.
Harold suffered similar.
You get me? And I'm like, and some of these things, you can't control them, right? So you now have to defend yourself, defend your loved one, and defend the friends who are fighting against those who are coming after you. That's a lot of work. Do you get what I'm saying? So I'd rather be the what's the name of the guy in Game of Thrones?
Jon Snow.
On the internet for my loved ones who else they stay behind me, and I'll deal with all these rugrats.
Okay. I will find out if this answer will be the same answer when I ask after. I just want to hear from you, all of you, what you have to say. Let me hear from you, Lenny. Since you are staring at me like that, I just want to hear from you.
Hear from me
with regards to what your stance is when it comes to relationships. You know, for the sake of mental health, relationships. And would you put your partner out, boyfriend, if it's GBQQ related?
It depends, really and truly, on how I feel. I don't mind. For me, I really don't mind putting.
See the contract between Olele and Lenny.
Yeah,
we're getting somewhere.
I don't mind putting whoever I'm with out there. I've done it before several times in the past, but will I do it now? No.
Okay.
I won't do it now, only because a friend of mine has been at it for a while, right? And she's been married now for almost 3 years. They dated for almost 5 years. We didn't even see his fingernail. He doesn't even wish him a happy birthday, right? And the conversation came up about, you know, why is that the case? She only says she feels like she enjoys a certain level of privacy when that is done, right? Me, I don't mind. Maybe I'll post the person's neck, or you see the person's leg, or the person's knee.
But what's the point?
Something. No, I don't mind it. I'm just posting for posting's sake. You never know. One day you just may see somebody's face. I mean, you people have seen faces a lot of times. Yeah, you people in relation to you, Jay, and Olele. Yeah. You've seen people's faces time and again when it comes to me, right? So, no. Liar.
I can't picture one guy's face. I can't picture one guy's face when it comes to that.
Jay, can I ask?
So yeah, I think that it just depends on.
Let me punch a little hole in what you're saying, right? I noticed that of late, ladies post their partners and they censor their faces.
What's the point?
I'm not going to post.
No, but you.
If I'm posting your face, I'm posting your face. Do you understand?
From a lady's point of view, I want to understand.
It's the presence of having.
Yes.
If I'm posting
someone,
your face,
but you don't need to know who it
Who
is.
it is.
So
Telling you.
So why are you?
There's
no, so you
someone
know
for
that
you
the
to know I
person
have a
exists.
person,
That-
yes.
you see, let me tell you something. If I want to post your face, I'll post your face.
Yeah.
I understand that you've not asked them to still do the post and blur out the face in the first place.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You've not asked that to be done.
Yeah.
But in certain situations, the people just want you to know that there is somebody in my life. I am dating or I am married.
Does it work?
right? But it works.
Oh, yeah, it does.
It works.
It works. Yeah.
Several times.
It does work.
Okay.
Right.
The only
This
time
is
you
from-
They'll
know
just let
is
you know.
if
They'll
you
just
meet
let
the
you know.
person.
If you know me in person, right, then you know who I'm with.
Right.
For the people who don't know, people go the extent of dating, getting married, having children. You don't see anything.
Nothing.
Right.
All right.
I'm going to use Nadia Buhari as an example, right? She got married. She has children. To
don't know
date,
who
we've not seen the faces of her children. She will still post them, right? Why? Because she just maybe wants you to know that I have children, but you're not going to see their faces. Beyonce did it with her children, her twins, for a while until she started showing their faces. Nadia Buhari went as far as showing the neck of her husband. He had a tattoo of her name over there. Why? It's just to show you that there's somebody in my life. This person is very serious with me, right? But you won't see the face because I don't want to show you the face because I don't think I need
Okay.
to show you the face. Do you understand?
No, but yes.
Well,
We can't
I
understand-
mean, it's preferences.
Yes.
It's really people's preferences.
Oh,
So
yeah. But in your case, in you, with you, what
I've said
you would
it
not.
depends.
It depends on how you feel.
Yeah, if I want to, I will. But if I don't want to, I won't.
But is it
That's
something
why
that you'd advise people to?
if you want to. Again, I won't say post your partner.
you're a journalist.
Or don't post your partner. Do you understand?
Okay.
If you want to do it, you can do it. Right? Also depending, you see, there are people who are really public who will want to post their partners. There are people who are really public who won't want to post their partners. There are people who are very private who will want to post their partners. There are people who are very private who will not want to post their partners. So it's an individual thing. It depends on you and what you want to do.
Like if they're interviewing you end the interview in 1 second. I don't need
No, it really depends on
It
really depends on you and what you want
not
to do.
Not to speak on behalf of those who have the opportunity to date Lenny, right?
Yeah.
But I would want to be in a room when such a conversation is being had. Like, she doesn't mind posting you, right?
Yes.
But you have a
do
problem.
yes.
Right? So how do you reconcile
I'm
that?
coming
If
to
the
it,
person has a
pa.
problem with
Like
you
it's not like a
posting
problem,
them,
like he's uncomfortable.
so don't post the person.
So you would take that. You won't. You
There's-
won't
Yeah,
post
if
the
you don't want
person.
to be posted, you won't be posted.
There's a Ghanaian couple. I can't mention names, but it's a Ghanaian couple that's the woman always posts the guy.
Whether he likes it or not.
The guy or not.
No,
But
I
the guy.
think such things conversation needs to be had.
Put it
No,
up.
but that can also cause
That's what we're
problems.
coming-
Yeah, serious.
If the guy always post the guy, but the guy never. It's a very popular couple. But the guy never.
That can also cause problems because if I don't want to be
I can
posted
feel the
and I
mic and
say
mention
to
the
you
name.
that I don't want to be, for example, if I'm not the one in the limelight, right, and the guy is the one in the
Yes.
limelight, and we have the conversation, and I say to you that please don't post me, I don't want you to post me, and then you keep posting me, that will be a problem.
I love it.
We'll
Yeah.
come to you. We'll come to this. So, Essie, as a Silfa, as the girl on TV, do you want to put your partner out there? I know if I ask you to have a boyfriend, you say no. Because they want to open the market. They don't want to
Open the market.
They don't want
What do you mean open the
They don't
market?
want to but hey,
Sure.
you should
I
be
don't
in
know.
charge until when?
No.
It's a bid.
No.
But that's even so wrong.
The bid
Yeah, that's not what it is.
The highest bidder, the best bidder. I didn't talk finance, so generosity, love, care, all those
please.
things.
No.
If it's
No.
the highest bidder and it's not finances, then there's
Then
no,
what-
I'm yet to
there's no
come across
conversation
one
for
woman
highest
that
bidder.
you would ask, "Do you have a boyfriend?" and will say yes.
Oh, there's a lot of people.
No, you see, don't act like Lenny. The question when you ask it, of course, in
What
this-
one is
in
don't
this-
act like Lenny?
in
I
this
don't
place,
understand.
by all means, but if you ask a lot of girls, young girls, they'll say no. They'll say no, I don't. But anyway, I'm just asking your opinion
Okay.
as a Silfa, also on television, enjoying a certain level of popularity, being well known within a certain circle. Would you put your partner out there, your boyfriend?
Quite recently, I was seeing someone texted me, like random, say like comments, not even text, like the comments in my Snapchat. And sometimes I just read it to check what's going on there. And someone's like, you are so secretive. I want to know who you're dating. And I'm like, but I don't know you. So I decided to engage the person. Like, it's like, oh, he likes my work, but he wants to know who that lucky person
for
is.
what?
And I was like, what for? That's my question. What for? I was like, oh no, when you're a celebrity, like when you know, when you know,
what the headache? It's our information. What the headache?
When you know someone like who's in the limelight, you want to know who they're with. And I was like, oh, I don't think it's information I want to put out there. Also because I believe the internet destroys beautiful things, right? I've seen several times that if you are not strong in your mind and maybe your relationship has like some things that people on the internet feel like shouldn't be, they start to determine what you should do.
I'm sorry to catch you. I don't want general answers.
No, I'm telling you.
I'm telling you, I want to know you. Why you AC? No, I don't want to hear. Do you know that if you put it out there on the no, I want to know why you AC wouldn't put your man out there. Why wouldn't you put him?
I won't put him out there because concern anybody. One. And two, I feel like the internet destroys things. I don't want anyone to say, and I get this, like, I've gotten this before, let me say it like that, where it's like, oh, is that your boyfriend? Or, oh, is that your girlfriend? Right? As in, for both of us, like, when we're together, he posted me one time, and then someone was like, is that your girl? Right? And there's reasons to it where the person maybe either wants to break you, either wants to have a conversation, and they really know.
Okay, so this post I'm talking about is no reference to putting up to say that, hi, this is a billboard, this is my boyfriend.
No.
I'm talking about things like you step out, you see people in the car, they take cut out the picture.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
I mean, what problem should there be if you are in a vehicle? Now we are drilling down to Davido. I'm coming. What problem should there be if you are in a car with your boyfriend and there's a joke you both are cracking and I take a video and I'm with him and I put it up, we laugh about it.
That's why the question there is that your boy, they need to confirm, is that the person? You say yes and then whatever will happen. But for me, I believe the internet destroys things. I've been there, destroyed it, I'm not going back there again. The worst you see, I don't know if you know Mimi. She won Miss Malika 20.
Do us a favor and shut up. Let us enjoy the moment. No, let us enjoy the moment. Like that.
Miss me like
Initiation.
Well done. 2018.
Yes.
Right? And she's not married. And Mimi is someone that looks very young. She's actually very young. She married early, right? And everybody wanted to see who has bagged Mimi, because when you see Mimi, she's a pretty girl. Everyone wanted to know.
Was she doing TV at a point? Did she do a carpet?
Yes, she's an actress. She did
she's very good.
She's beautiful.
Yeah.
She speaks really well.
Exactly.
Very well.
Everybody wanted to know. Even the bloggers had a wedding, couldn't post this guy's face. I remember there was this. What's the name of the camera that?
The camera 360.
Yeah, the camera 360. Do you know what she did? She buried his face in here, and the camera went around. That's me.
Wow. Up to now, we don't know.
Oh no, I've seen him. I met them outside.
If you know, you know. If you don't know,
and
you don't know.
she told me. But even with that, people will still not say anything.
The bloggers did not post it.
No, they got like photos, but they didn't actually post his face. Anything with his face.
So I want to understand was there a conversation she had?
I don't know if she had with them.
No, but with that would be a conversation
I'm
you
sure,
need to have.
But some of these bloggers,
and
they can
it's not just anyone who was there. I'm sure she had like people
and she has
that
you have to filter.
In her best interest at hand too. That's what I would do.
Straight, bro.
So,
okay.
If you are coming to my wedding with a camera, J.
Straight.
Just letting you know.
Straight,
it's
bro.
very interesting the way so far, the stance has been, I won't put it there. Okay. All right, no problem.
I haven't said that.
You said but
depends.
You're just not part.
Okay.
Okay. So what's your take on this? I mean,
so let's ask him before he got married.
That's
before I got married.
Yes. Were you flaunting, babe?
I don't think so.
Not even your lines, your rap lines?
No. My rap lines, there's plenty of girls inside. So that one there, if I have to.
Take us there.
That one there, I'm not going to lie on it.
Yeah.
But I think like Olele said, not everybody's okay on the internet. But what people tend to also forget is that part of the people who are not okay, I'm part of them. So
thank you.
The assumption is that he's on TV speaking big English. Also, my I
like
you
that.
understand? Yeah, like that. I've had that attitude since what? And I'm somebody who is very. Like, I don't shy away from conflict or I'll laugh at the joke you made about me, but when I come for you,
make sure you are ready.
Like when you shoot for the king, don't miss. Like, that's why I gave that example of I went to a friend's office and she said, hey, your stomach they come. And without thinking, I said, oh, I did try beat you. And the girl froze there. Right? And the girl froze in the reception, and I went for my meeting and came back. And when I asked for her, I could see her there, but she said she's busy.
And they've not been talking to
we've not spoken since. This is like 3 years going. Because you came for me. You thought it was funny. Ha ha ha. Everybody would have laughed. Cyril stomach. Great. No problem. I don't have a problem with Cyril's stomach. Cyril's stomach has been like this since Cyril was born. No problem. Now, here's your touche. Did you check yours before thinking mine was funny?
Yeah.
You can't deal with it. I'm somebody who cuts my teeth on things like this. So I've never been putting things on the internet and thinking, oh, what if Holiday comes to say my nose is big? Or I don't care. I like the people who are not okay on the internet. The class prefect.
Yeah.
Okay. So, sorry to catch you, but so in all the stands we've taken, now let's highlight a figure like Davido. Now, considering, male top celebrity, global, whatever it is, and we can equally equate this to
Stonebwoy.
non-musicians, maybe even football players, who you don't even know who they are with, or certain actors or actresses, you don't know who they are
for rape. But we can go on.
Yes, thank you very much. Until we claim for. So in Davido's situation, now, what would be your advice if you were his manager? Would you advise that there's a constant mention, proclamation? Because we're still in mental health.
AC mentioned along the lines of people's opinions, mental health, commentary, and everything. AC mentioned something. A, is that your girl? You see, viewers and listeners, there's a difference between A, is that your girl, and E, your girl that.
They go respond, how you could do
Then there's a response of, yeah, Charlie, my wifey that. Or yeah, Charlie, my girl that. Yeah, Charlie, my woman that. And yeah.
How you go
so please.
But the person saying why? You don't get them for inside.
It's two different questions. If they say, Olele, your girl that. It's great news. They didn't expect that you could bag it. Olele has won in life. Olele, your girl that. Say, Olele, that be your girl. But gentlemen, if you've never analyzed it
like that, it reminds me of when we're in SS. We're doing a practical work, and we are stayed. My friend and I we have spent all night in the classroom doing the design, packaging, everything.
Iron Man.
Finished, and then a lady, Antoinette, may also rest in perfect peace. Antoinette comes and she says that, is this your final work?
Exactly. Is this your final work? Versus, this is your final work.
Versus, this is your final work.
So that's part of the reason why boys don't post their women. I know this for a fact because as a guy,
I was going to talk about anyway. You see, talk about comparison and all of those.
It's
things.
Always easier for a woman to sell
the guy.
A guy.
Not anymore though. Let's finish.
Yeah, but okay. Thank you for your words so sweet. It's always generally easier for a girl to sell a guy. He can look like the back of my head, right?
Easier in what way?
Nobody's judging you.
It is easier for
I've seen weddings. Listen, I've seen wedding pictures. No, I've seen wedding pictures where the woman. I've seen wedding pictures where the girl is a 9/10. And the guy is a 3.5, and women are in the comments going, "Oh, bless his soul." This is true love. You guys are going to make a lovely couple. Nobody. Listen.
You know
what I'm talking about.
Usually those comments are not because of the looks. It's probably because of their story.
But you know what? That's something
else.
It's not because of the looks. Hear me out. Okay. We've seen the Dubai girls and the Santorini girls. And the papas and grandpapas and papises and everything. It's always easier. Women are about the experience. Okay. If the guy looks like my left leg, and he's able to provide you your Instagram life, and you're on a yacht, and you are here, and you are that, nobody's going to come and judge you that this guy, your guy self no fine. There's always the counter of the experience is being able to provide, because despite him not being fine in the typical sense, the experience he's providing, fine boy cannot do that. So for the women in the public sphere, I don't know from the woman's perspective, in the public sphere, it always looks like a win for the girl, because she's getting to live that life. Maybe beauty is in the eye of the beholder, beauty is not skin deep, etc. So we'll not judge what Shrek looks like.
Hey.
Damn.
Wow, what's wrong with Shrek? But we all, but flip it, sweetheart, flip it. Le flipper.
Yeah,
I'm not going to speak, and then they'll cut that part and put it on the internet. But you flip it. Nice, says J. Foley. Right now, let's say J. Foley is 8/10. And then J. Foley says, oh, hello, this is the girl I'm dating. You are already laughing, you see?
I'm not laughing. He's laughing.
And then J. Foley drops a 3.5. Right? But also, if it doesn't happen in the comments, they're dropping the group chat. And even J. Foley,
boys.
yes, even J. Foley who posted it will know in the bottom of his heart that this thing are posted. This thing are posted right now.
But when J. Foley was going to ask the person,
that's how it is.
Person, he saw
that's
the 3.5.
Lenny, yes. That time there was nobody there. He and the 3.5 have a wonderful connection. There's something they laugh about. And
but
blah, blah,
them
blah.
are not in the world alone.
I'm telling you from a guy's perspective. Listen, there's a reason
There
why.
was no one there.
AC and Lenny, women, the aesthetics of your female partner, right, in the public sphere, adds to your confidence or lack thereof in the public sphere. If you don't know, I'm telling you, your ability to show up, right?
It's for both sides.
Yes, but more so for the guy, because the society is so pre-conditioned with this thing like she's the prize. Like you show up and then Lenny be your girl. You show up, Lenny they kill. You move your hand out, Lenny grab. You've seen it. It's in the movies. It's in the perfume ads. It's in the novels. And women even aspire to that. The tall, dark, handsome guy in his tuxedo leaned out and she climbed the stairs and everybody in the ballroom was watching them. The princess moment. Cinderella has it. It's our society, and I'm just telling you that for guys, right? Olele has invited us to a dinner. Whether you say, babe, go get a dress, let's go for this dinner, or babe, I have some work event too.
That's if she's below pay your
like, below. You want me to tell the truth, or I should tell you what
you
want
can tell the truth, but also in telling the truth, eh?
See,
it's not like the two of you are in this world alone.
Please, in reference to the Shoma.
Yes, you know that there are a lot of other people who will possibly see the two of you.
Yeah.
If it's just the two of you in the world, then you can say that you connected to her in a certain way and you didn't care.
Do you know who
but
got bashed
for the longest time, whether you have whether you have people on the internet saying whatever they want to say, or you have people in real life, someone will say something. Whether it's the guy who is nicer than the girl, or the girl is nicer than the guy. In the cases where, because he generalizes,
I'm not generalizing. I'm just trying to show the impact.
Didn't say it was he and his wife.
No, I said.
Or it was someone he knew.
No, I'm saying that.
He's just also generalizing.
It's not generalized. Let me give you.
You literally said in the public eye.
Also in Cyril, hold on, let me finish. Also in answering, yeah, because you've been at it, so you don't want to cut somebody.
Why don't you want someone to say
in that conversation?
I don't like your submission.
Wait,
okay, when it's going in the wrong direction. I didn't say in the general line.
They're both in green, by the way.
You don't have to like it, because I also didn't like. Don't have to like yours. It's your opinion, so you hold. Yeah, you stick to your guns and that way. Don't say you don't like someone's opinion.
My opinion is based on the example
so you
that we've all experienced in the real world. And I wanted to make that example.
Don't cut in, Cyril, please. So if the two people are also nice people, right, there is still somebody who is going to talk. If the man is nicer than the woman, there's still someone who is going to say something. If the woman is nicer than the man, there is still someone who is going to say something, right? In wanting to post your partner, again, we've seen people who are superstars who don't post their partner. Beyond Burna Boy and Steph London, have we seen Burna Boy post any other woman?
He comes off as single.
As his, thank you. Why? But there was a time where he posted Steph London until they broke up they had some time in between. They came back, or supposedly came back where he bought the car and all of that. We saw it again. I think it's preference, right? The internet will spoil what they want to spoil, beautiful or not. Right. If the internet wants to spoil your relationship, how strong is it in real life for the internet to even want to spoil it in the first place? You can post your partner all you want. If it will spoil, it will spoil. You can decide not to post your partner all you want. If it will not spoil, it will not spoil. I think it depends on the individuals, right? Allowing people on the internet to feed into what your relationship is, and to the extent that it's going to break, then there's a problem.
I never made reference to it.
There's a problem.
I never made reference.
Let's hear serious.
Yeah, I'm not saying you made reference to that. I'm also saying based on, AC also mentioned that internet spoils great things, right? So I'm just putting all of that together. If it will spoil, it will spoil. Internet or not.
I mentioned
fine girl, fine boy, or not.
Okay.
I mentioned that this is purely from the male perspective and something that most guys don't say outwardly, but it is an unwritten code or truth. Be different between your girl that and your woman that. It's a different world. And the example I'm giving is when T.I. posted Tiny, that's his wife's name, right?
Yes.
Posted Tiny. Men and women went at her, oh my God, he can do better, and this and that. And Tiny, till today, Tiny is being dragged. That why is T.I. such a fine guy, superstar, all the strippers in Atlanta, all the girls, all the...
Shall I give you another example?
When Jay-Z...
Snoop
and his wife. Same thing. When Jay-Z, but flip it.
If you see Snoop's wife, you're going to go like, okay, for somebody like Snoop.
Why? Exactly.
It happens with women too.
Yes, and I'm giving you the woman example. When ASAP, even when ASAP and Rihanna, people were like, man, she can do better. That was recent. When Beyonce and Jay-Z came, people all of a sudden realized Jay-Z had a big nose. Jay-Z didn't have a big nose the 30 years of his career. It's the day he married Beyonce. So I'm just trying to let you know that the pressure goes both ways, but the impact is more when you have a T.I. and a Tiny, where for the last decade, people are still making jokes, compared to a Jay-Z and Beyonce, where even women, right, ignore whatever it is because they know the power man Jay-Z is. That's what I'm saying. Tiny literally is T.I.'s business plug. The T.I.'s restaurants and everything, the business end of T.I.'s whatever. He said this a million times. It's Tiny. But nobody respects her for that. Yeah. Everybody just looks at her like, man, why did he marry this girl? Flip it to Beyonce and Jay-Z. People are okay to look past. Can you take Jay-Z home with his dress and things like that? You can't. But everybody's making, oh, my Jay-Z, oh, he's a this.
The money has covered it.
The money has covered. That's all I'm saying. That when it's flip side.
To Rihanna and A$AP Rocky.
Yes, they were both. So that's a neutral setting.
Even yes, it's not about the looks, you know.
And I'm saying that even in Rihanna and A$AP, where the money is more or less neutral, they are both more or less on the same space of fame, access. Yeah, they are. Apart from when she went public with Fenty and became a billionaire with The Rock. They were the same. She
was on that level before she and A$AP Rocky got together.
There's nobody, when you're thinking about financial moguls, Rihanna doesn't come to your top 5 in your head. Really? When you mention Rihanna, you ask them what
financial moguls.
I'm saying that at the time when you are saying who are the millionaires or give me entertainers who are money people, you mention 5 guys. Even Beyonce, you understand? It's subconscious. It's how we react to things. So people make excuses about Jay-Z and Beyonce. People say Beyonce is the most beautiful woman in the world. Why did she settle for Jay-Z? Look at his nose, look at his ears, look at his hair. They have everything to say, but the same people find an excuse. But he's really powerful. He held hip hop on his. They find excuses. Fast forward to Tiny, who helped T.I. build an empire. Nobody's making those excuses for her. She's still being laughed at in the comments today. So I'm just trying to let you know that the dynamics.
But that will also be because in building businesses, usually that's something that's usually done backstage. Jay-Z is someone who is in the limelight. Whatever he's built, there's literal proof for it that people can go back and Google and look at. There's videos. No, I'm not talking about T. I'm talking about Tiny, because we're talking about the couple that people are dragging, right? And so for Tiny, in building businesses and helping T.I. build that empire, there's no receipt that I helped this person do this and so they're supposed to marry me. Do you get what I'm trying to say? But that, if you're saying people don't respect her for that, there's no receipts of it.
No, I'm not saying they don't respect her. I'm saying that despite the real world contribution that she's made in his life, she's still being teased and abused and addressed for her aesthetic.
So that's exactly
whatever.
what I'm saying. But you're saying that for Jay-Z, they didn't exactly drag him because they found other things to say, other good things
to compensate for him.
What I'm saying.
Okay,
Before you continue,
I was going to ask you a question.
Lenny, you mentioned spoiling relationships, right? Now, not even looking. I don't even want to use beauty and when both of them look good and all of that. That's very basic,
and it's a personal thing.
And it's a personal
individual
thing.
choices. Yeah.
But what I think the internet is able to ruin sometimes is the way you treat the other person, right? Sometimes, and you see stories like, oh, and he didn't hold her hand, or she should have done this, and sometimes it's really not a big deal, right? But then we know how people get really in their heads about things. It might be nothing, but the internet is able to drum down a particular situation or perception and make it look like that's the person's real life. And so even people around you start to ask you questions. I remember Kidi sat here, and not a direct correlation, but he sat here and said that people spread a rumor so much his mom called him to ask him if it was true, knowing very well that her son is okay. Do you get what I'm trying to say? The internet is able to push a narrative so bad that it can get to a person personally. This morning we're talking about Kylie, being affected by the internet. Sometimes it's okay to post your partner. Let people know that.
So let me ask
there.
you,
but even if I decide to do it one day, and maybe show something, you will not know what exactly we're doing.
Your stance is not that you are not too much in favor of putting out there. So let me ask you that if your partner felt like I want to localize this conversation as much as possible. If your partner felt like because you haven't put him out there, I'm talking about you, AC, put him out there, he feels like it gives you the reason to pose single and attract all sorts. And he asks that he wants to be present he wants to go to the shows with you, he wants to take the photos with you, hold your hand on the red carpets. He wants to be on your socials. He wants you to switch his picture on your status on WhatsApp, Snap. Are you comfortable with that?
I'll ask, are you ready for it?
No. I asked you.
No. I'm saying
but he's asking for it because he's ready.
And no.
He's saying
that part. Let me tell you.
But why are you answering me with a question?
Let me tell you. No, I'm telling you.
The guy says that he wants to. He's told you his threats.
Jay, don't let me think about my AE.
No, I'm saying that.
Then relax.
Let's go there.
He's asking me
Jay.
if he's ready. Yes, he says he's ready.
And I'm telling you that a person saying they are ready doesn't necessarily mean they're ready. Because I've been in a situation like that where after the very first time I did Sugar, Spice and Sauce, he didn't think it was going to be a big deal. If truth be told, even I didn't think it was going to be a big deal. I didn't think people were going to notice me because I was working with other big acts over there. And then all of a sudden it blows up and people are in my DM and it's like, okay, you don't post me, people don't really. And I'm like, are you sure? Do you want people to know? And he's like, yes. And I start to post you and people start coming at you.
Okay, so the question is in two folds. So I'm asking you that beyond the threat.
He said he's ready.
Yeah, so beyond the threat.
And then we later found out that he wasn't ready because he backed out.
So it's fine.
Couldn't take the pressure because
another guy shouldn't pay for the sins of another guy or the wrongs of another guy.
No, so it's not paying.
No, so I'm saying that you might say you won't do it now because he said that other guy said he was ready, and then so I'm saying that in the new guy in your life,
I'll ask, are you ready?
And he says he is.
This and this and this.
So would that change the stance on the fact that because he says he's ready now?
We will run a trial. I'll not post your face. I'll post your naked hand. When the trial was there, you start him. Oh, then maybe something that will show.
So then, if you find yourself now, if you are arguing to this point, if we all find ourselves, let's say, in an artist's camp like Davido, and where the music, and I love a marketing point of view, I love all the perspectives to this, where is the relationship that he's in with Chioma, the public bit of it, does it in any way add to the brand Davido? Does it take away from the brand Davido? Does it stabilize the Davido? Or would you say that if you were in his camp as a manager or someone of influence in the team, would you say that, hey, look, considering how maybe quote-unquote flirtatious things may seem around you, it would not be advisable to be constantly maybe dragging her along, public apologies or tweets, or maybe if you're going on your honeymoon or your vacations, put it out there. Would you advise against it? Or would you be in support of however it is? Hey, Let's add. And now I want, before you answer, let me take Olele and Cyril's point of view on this. So let me just pick your point of view from a brand's perspective. Is it taking away, adding on, balancing?
I think it's taken away. I think if you're in such a space and you are bringing, unless your partner is a direct contributor to the brand that you've built, if you are Will and Jada, or you are Jay-Z and Beyonce, where J and Bey became a thing, and Kim Ye became a thing, and got both of them rich, and there's an intersection of both their brands, then it's excellent. But if it's just, Mr. A, the superstar, and it's Mercy from Takrady, I beg you. I'm just I'm giving it, because what's going to happen is your trajectories are going to be going in different directions, and in those two different directions, you are going to lose synergy, right? So you are in a celebrity space, you're in a hyperactive space, you're doing all these things, and you might not necessarily be able to bring your partner along every single time. We see the Met Gala and the Grammys and Oscars. A lot of people show up without their partners because a lot of A-listers are married to normal, quote unquote, people.
Regular.
But we also look out for Ben and Jennifer. We look out for ASAP and Rihanna. You understand? He's fixing her dress and it's Fenty and his new album is coming. So they work it together. But you going to TGMA or 3 Music Award as an A-list superstar that's been in the limelight for 8 months, and you just show up with your regular wife or girlfriend from nowhere, it's nothing wrong with it. It's beautiful to be with your partner. But the vulnerability is now at its peak because the two of you have been at so wide a tangent that this event is something that your partner probably doesn't understand, is not used to, cannot relate to the pressure and the dynamics of, and it becomes apparent and obvious to everybody watching, and that is the risk.
So in David's case,
Chioma is not a celebrity or anything. Her celebrity is the fact that she was the mother of Davido's child, right? And her celebrity now is that she's about to become Davido's wife. So her entire celebrity is hinged on the fact that she's a partner or has been a partner to this guy. It should and will probably stop after the wedding.
So in the whole, constant, they told them in the news, and I mean,
it's definitely affected their relationship. They shouldn't have been. They should have kept it on the low. And if you ask me, the Sophie lady not trying to be all up in his space and all that was probably walking away from all that.
Olele, let me hear from you. Before we wrap up quickly.
Drake and his and Adonis' mother.
Okay.
She was a model. She was a fashion icon. She had her own modeling page, lingerie, and all that. But the moment she was pregnant with Drake's kid, Drake, probably the biggest star in the world, shipped her off to the back of France somewhere. No social media, no big events.
Or was she known?
Yeah, she was known. She was known enough for Drake to go and DM.
Known?
She was known enough for Drake to go and DM her and hook up with her.
We've seen people that Drake has DM who are not as known.
So no, she was known. Sophia, then she was known.
She's also Sophia.
Yeah, so Sophia something. So Sophie something.
So some of Drake's birdies, they become popular when Drake DMs them. So.
Yeah, but this one was big, bro.
I mean, for Sophia,
to the point that other rappers, had already invested in real estate.
But I think, Jay, I think like Cyril said, sometimes it could be a situation of personal preference. To be fair, I mean, you need to know the kind of work you are doing, and what the opportunity cost may be. For example, someone like, and this is not to sound political or anything, someone like, what's the name of Jata? What's his name?
Ibrahim.
No.
Sam George.
Sam George. Yeah.
Sometimes I look at him and how he flaunts his wife and everything, and I'm so like, what's the word? I'm like, this guy is tempting me to do so because the kind of work he does, right? And the
should be the other way.
Sometimes
I love this
for hiding family small.
You get me? Because sometimes I feel like you're putting yourself.
No, but lion know they hiding in lioness.
So for me, it's more of like, I don't want to put my loved ones. I don't look. Even my father, my mother on Mother's Day and Father's Day, Father's Day and Mother's Day respectively, I don't post them. My sister's birthdays, I don't post them.
So you wouldn't advise a Chioma to be constantly in, or drill down to, let's say, a Tracy Sark. Sark, I think he does very well with those things. They hardly, once in a while you find them.
Before I came in here, do you know what's happening on the internet right now?
Speak.
Wizkid has literally turned the whole space upside down. because yesterday, after Davido announced the pre-wedding with photos, right? Wizkid comes online and he puts LOL.
Oh.
And his fan base are going nuts. Now, he didn't end there. This morning, he's continued and he's put out a tweet saying that shout outs to all the understanding women who are in relationships or something.
Yeah, in reference to the fact that boyfriend is so promiscuous and
you get me. And I'm like, yo, this is not a time for that.
Yeah.
Right? Someone may say, oh, he's just, but no, this is not the time for. And the fan base have taken the opportunity to go at.
Okay, so let me ask you, because our time is up. So do you think that
Wizkid have
do you think
hands?
that this was made public because it could have been done in a private wedding?
Very private.
Yeah. So do you think that the reason for it being public is to ward off, reaffirm, reassure fans, critiques?
I think it's to reassure the lady.
What do you think the stance would be?
I think it's a double-edged sword. Once again, to come back to, does the partner really want this, right? Does it serve as, like you said, the reaffirmation of commitment or love to each other, right? Some may also argue that, oh, he's done that before and hey, boom, blah. You get what I'm saying? The fans also need that level of content to also fight back because now they're going after Wizkid and saying, yo, you say you're going to get married to your baby mama in 2019. Till date, we haven't seen anything.
Yeah,
and there are a lot of other kids. So he's not the one.
So
he's really not the one to come and have that conversation.
Now the conversation has moved away from what could have been a beautiful union, which I believe it is, to now fighting each other fan bases because somebody's married, somebody is not.
Do you know the beautiful thing Wizkid has done despite the chaos?
What?
You see, in life there are two types of men. There are those who know who they are and are shameless about it. And then there are those who know who they are and constantly try to fight to be who they think or know they could be.
They could be, okay.
And what I see Davido doing, despite the baby mamas and despite the lawsuit and despite the drama and the guy, he sees something. And he's messed up, quote unquote. I use that word loosely, but he's still trying to go to somewhere. Then you have a Wizkid who is on that fella vibe.
About it.
Like be human being they born. Let's make this music and go.
Yeah.
My children were not born in Venus.
Because he has 5 or 7.
So do you understand? And there's people like that. There's politicians like that. There's men of God like that. There's music. Yes, I have 6 children with 6 different people. Yeah. Can you please play the song and let's go? Yeah. there's that.
He's really not the one to have that.
I'm wrapping this up, but anyway, real quickly, Danny.
Yes, in all of this, if you want to travel for some peace of mind, wherever you want to go, wherever you want to go.
That you keep on social media.
Yes, with the partner that you want to post on social media or not, please, Waka Now will gladly help you do that, whether it's this summer or later on in the year during fall or winter. They're going to give you unbeatable prizes and huge savings. Also, get ready for sizzling deals on flights, hotels, airport transfers, and dreamy vacation escapes. Plus, get ready for exciting giveaways every Friday. Now, how you can partake in these giveaways is to just keep your eyes on their socials. That is Waka Now Ghana fully spelled out on all platforms, or also visit www.wakanow.com.gh. What you can also do if you want to get into their offices is to visit any of their offices in Accra, Kumasi, Tamale, or Takoradi and enjoy the sweet deals from Waka Now.
All right. Also, for Malta Guinness, I said it's always a good time with Ghana's favorite malt, Malta Guinness. No more tasty goodness for you in a new Jeje can. It's the same authentic refreshment enriched with immune boosting.
What did she say?
Immune boosting.
He said immune boosting. Jay said immune boosting.
It
was Jay.
Immune boosting.
No, he said immune boosting.
What was that?
Immune boosting B vitamins. Grab an ice cold Malta Guinness in our new Jeje can and enjoy a world of goodness. Always check for the Made in Ghana logo.
All right, thank you very much. Our time is up. We're wrapping it up real quickly. Don't forget, brush your teeth morning and evening with Pepsodent Cavity Fighter or Pepsodent Herbal and Charcoal. The charcoal has got some lemon mint zinc in there. It will whiten your teeth. The Herbal has also got some extracts, some herbal extracts in there that will help also strengthen your gums and give you healthy gums, fresh breath and all. So please do also brush your teeth day and night with any of the Pepsodent variants. And don't forget as well, 50% available for you on scholarship, up to 50% on scholarships if you apply to Lancaster University, Ghana. Make that happen via admissions at lancaster.edu.gh or call 0209 60 70 08. On that note, our time is up. We're back again same time tomorrow here on Culture Daily, 7 to 10 a.m. But there's more today on 3 Music TV. Enjoy.
Culture Daily was brought to you by Malta Guinness and Telecel.